Hey YouTube, FXG here with a FanDuel lineup for the first official video of mine on FanDuel. I did do one last week, but I just did a quick glimpse of one of my lineups. That specific lineup did not do so well. However, the second one that I did, Lahori ruined it on the 1 through 3 really. I'm fine with John Ha and Korkak and Castro. They didn't do phenomenal in the first round, unless you're trying to win thousands, like some of these people are. They enter a couple dozen times, if not 100 times. I just think they did halfway decent for their cap picks. Hatton, Roy, and Ricky did all fairly well. As you can see, Stinson got me 0 points, but I was still able to make the cut and at least get that $6. Obviously it's not something a lot of people just don't care about, making the minimum, but to me it's better than nothing. Making money is fun, but I just really love to do this for fun, something to do when NFL's out, because I'm an NFL junkie. So this is fun. I was just really shocked though that Stinson did not make the cut. Like I said in my DraftKings video, 41% had picked him. That's probably why I was able to cash, is because just so many people picked him along with Roy. Excuse me. Alright, but let's go ahead and move on. My first pick for round 1 through 3 is going to be JT Poston. He's a bit cheap. He's pretty expensive on DK. He's going to be able to make the cut too, I would think, but I think he'll do pretty well in round through 1 and 2. My next pick is going to be Haggy. I feel like he's a bit mispriced to be all the way at 5,400. If I'm not mistaken, he's like a top 10 in cap on DK. It's another guy I feel will probably make the cut. But he's so cheap, why not stick him in here at round 1 through 2, who has a good chance at being at the top through those first 2 rounds and getting some birdies, etc., stuff like that. My next pick is going to be another guy that I just can't believe is so cheap, and if you really wanted to, you could stick him in rounds 3 through 4, is Matt Jones. I feel like he's definitely going to do well at 5,700. That's a bit strange. So I had so much cap left over that I was able to choose somebody like Scott Brown, who could also do very well in the first and second round, that I feel like could also make the cut. I'm pretty high on all 4 of these guys to actually even make the cut, but I like them in rounds 1 through 2 so that they could top pretty well in those first 2 rounds. Round 3 and 4, I'm gonna go with Wesley Bryan as the first pick. He looks like he's about right for his cap. However, my next guy is the reason why I was able to choose Scott Brown. You got Alex all the way down here at 6,200, a guy that placed 11th last year and won it in 2015. It's just like he should be 2K higher or so. He's going to make the cut, and he has potential to win. So that's just very strange about that one. My next guy is going to be Luke List. I've been on him a couple times this year. Some good, some bad. I like him to be he could top 5, maybe even out of nowhere win it. My next pick is going to be, I decided since I had so much cap, I'm just going to choose Graham McDowell. If you like, I'm not saying Dillette is bad or anything, because I'm not picking him in DK or DraftKings. So don't be surprised if Dillette even wins it. It's just that I do like McDowell a little bit more, even though I've been on Dillette quite a bit this season. I'll probably make a lineup with Dillette in it, with all this extra cap, 900 extra cap as well. At one point, instead of Scott Jones even, I had Ryan Brim, that's all the way down here at 5,300, that could leave an incredible amount of cap. So I was just like, why not just choose somebody big? So I decided to go with Scott Brown. I feel like he's going to do well in the first 2 rounds, like I said. But I mean, you could choose anybody. You could just stick in Danny Lee if you want, but that will use all your cap. But with the way these a lot of misplaced cap people going on, there's going to be a lot of different lineups. So you could do a lot with this. But if you don't want to follow my lineup player for player, which, you know, I don't really recommend, but I mean, I've shared, you know, a $300 win with a few people that I'm sure used my lineup in that single entry contest week before last, I think it was. You know, I don't mind. I do this for fun. It's cool to win money. But still, the Brandon Haggy and Matt Jones are pretty chalky to pick in your first round 1 and 2. You know, if you want to be a little goofy and go into 3 and 4, I mean, there were some top winners last week that did stuff like that, so why not? You know, switch them up a little bit. It's just, I really like this week on FanDuel more than DraftKings, because DraftKings was a bit smarter with their caps of making some people really, really high, to where FanDuel was literally the opposite. Like I said too, I do like Ryan Brim to at least make the cut, but I do like him a lot more on DraftKings. But this is going to be one of my main lineups here. If I had to pick another player or two, it would probably be Dominique Basilia. I mean, I'm sorry for that horrible name. I just cannot pronounce names very well sometimes. And JJ Spawn, I do like both of them. If I was to go down a little bit lower, I did like Zach Blair slightly, but he's actually kind of expensive here on FanDuel. I like him a little bit more on DraftKings. Andrew Johnson, Beef. I just don't know what happened to him. He was doing so well in the Euro. It's just like, I don't know if the money got to him or what. It's just a bit strange. Like I said about Alex, I just absolutely love Alex Van Swiegen. Another guy that I have been looking at that I just may switch with one of these guys. It's just that I like Haggy and Jones so much. I'm just not sure. And Harold Varner III, I do like him. I like him a little bit more on DraftKings because I think he is like 72, 7,300 or something like that. And Boo Weekly I talked about. It's just that if he was down way down, I would probably pick him for the first and second round. But when you got people like Matt Jones and Haggy that's literally below him, it's a bit bizarre. You should probably just stick with them too. I mean, they should definitely be in your lineup. But I think that's going to be it this week for FanDuel. Check out DraftKings. NASCAR, I did okay. I don't think I'll be doing UFC. If there's even UFC, I haven't even checked this week. I didn't do UFC last week. I wasn't too big on the players. But that's going to be it this week, you guys. Peace out.